everybody, I'm Dan RVD Tree 2000, also known as Dan 2x15 on Xbox Live, and I just finished watching the WWE Royal Rumble, and I know I was a bit late for my predictions for it, which is why I uploaded it just a second ago, and I'm probably going to upload this video straight after watching it. And my predictions were a bit off the wall when it comes to the Royal Rumble. So now I'm going to do the one thing I do all the time here, and I'm going to review it. I've got my phone in my hand, as I always do. I make notes on what happened and what the results were. So I'm going to go straight. There was no kickoff show matchup, which is a good thing. And I'm going to go on to the first matchup. I'm going to quickly look at it. Alright, okay, and we're back. The first matchup of the night was Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, and by God, it was one hell of a matchup. And I am certainly not going to lie to you, I enjoyed it all the way up to the finish, though. It could have been something different, but it was a rope break DQ finish, and to be honest, it kind of makes sense. But I'll tell you what, the Roman Reigns came out, and I was like, yeah, here we go. That's the Universal Championship match of Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. And I was waiting for Seth Rollins to make his entrance. I was hoping to hear the words, "Burn it down." But what did I hear? The one that I actually predicted that was going to happen. And I 100% went, and I popped like crazy when I heard Sierra, Hotel, Echo, India, Lima, Delta, The Shield. That thing, and then that was some clever mind games from Seth Rollins. Very smart, clever mind games. Congratulations, Seth. You got into the head of Roman, and you did. He came so close to defeating him by putting him through the table with using the shield bomb. He did the buckle bomb, hit a pedigree by reversing the spear into the pedigree, and hit the stomp, and it was very close to hitting the stomp again until Roman Reigns hit the Superman punch, and even a spear, it wasn't enough. So he hit the guillotine, and my God, Roman Reigns hit the guillotine, and I think he could have easily beat him, but it was the power of Seth Rollins who got to the ropes. Referee Charles Robertson, 1, 2, 3, come on, let go, 4, 5, DQ finish. Still the WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, but well, victory goes to Seth Rollins by disqualification. But unfortunately, Seth Rollins cannot win the championship by disqualification due to championship's advantage, which means now Roman Reigns will now go to Elimination Chamber, which takes place in Saudi Arabia, as the Universal Champion. Will he be in an Elimination Chamber match? We will see. But that is to be found out. That'll be my next lot of predictions and reviews for Elimination Chamber. But up next we had the Women's Royal Rumble match, and I will go through the entire entries. I will actually legitimately look at them and tell you at the same time. First came Sasha Banks at number 1. That was a very interesting choice for number 1. I kind of thought that would happen, and then it was. Then out came a surprise entry, the first one of the bunch, Melina of all people. She looked pretty good. She looked like she gained a few pounds when it comes to the weight, when it comes to like the muscles. She looked pretty good. She looked really fit. Then at number 3, Tamina. Nobody's meaner than Tamina. Then we had, okay, sorry, I just saw a few emails pop up. I'll get back to it in 3, 2, 1. Then we had Kelly appear as the next surprise entry. That was very special. Then we had Aaliyah pop up. By the way, when it comes to order of eliminations, I can't remember exactly, but I put red crosses next to all the ones that were eliminated, and I've got the winner next to the winner. I'll get to that in a minute. So yes, look, and then Aaliyah came out. That was she's from SmackDown. Then Liv Morgan came out. That was very good to see Liv Morgan. Out came next. Number 7 was Queen Selena. Then at number 8, who was the Iron Woman of the matchup, believe it or not, was by Bianca Belair. At number 9, it was Dana Brooke. Number 10, Michelle McCool made a return. That was good to see her again. It was very good effort from her as well. Then, surprise, surprise, at number 11 is Sonya Deville. That was interesting because she went straight to commentary to do some commentary. And so far, we still haven't had, for both the men's on the Royal Rumbles, where to the last two eliminate themselves, and number 30 still to come out, and they are due for winner. I still want to watch that happen one year. That would be a fun thing to do, whether it be in the men's Royal Rumble or the women's Royal Rumble. But going on for number 12, Natalia came out. That was nice to see the boat come out. That number 12. Then, surprisingly, which was a setup for this, obviously, Cameron. Number 13, Cameron, of all freaking the women that could possibly come out, came out, one half of the Funkadactyls. Do you remember her? Sure, yeah. She freaking didn't know how to pin someone in the WWE. I don't really, why. She was only there for story purposes, and Sonya Deville eliminated Cameron to get that. Well, obviously, then the next person to come out at number 14, Naomi, of course, went straight after the Sonya Deville. It was obvious. Then, number 15, it was Carmella. Well, she did alright in the Rumble until Rhea Ripley at number 16 came out. And, well, she got beaten up by Rhea Ripley. I think she got eliminated by her as well. Charlotte Flair came out at number 17 as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Now, we'll get to Charlotte Flair a little bit later on. As Charlotte Flair, Ivory made a return with the right to censor music. Good God, it was awful to hear that music, and she was in character doing a promo against Rhea Ripley saying that there are not women, they're girls in the Rumble, and it was kind of funny, it was hilarious. Getting eliminated by Rhea Ripley straight away afterwards. As then Brie Mode, as then Brie Bella enters the Royal Rumble at number 19. Then, of course, it's the Forbidden Door opens up for from its TNA Impact Zone. The TNA Impact Women's Champion Mickie James makes her appearance, and it's not using the Mickie James, WWE theme song. She had the TNA theme song, and I love that, and I absolutely do. Which was the only Forbidden Door thing that happened in the Royal Rumbles in the both combined, which was really sad. And I'll get to the two celebrities that appeared in the men's Royal Rumble, one that I loved and one that I hated. I'll get to that in a bit. There wasn't, luckily for me, there was no celebrities in the women's department when it comes to the Royal Rumble. Then out came Alicia Fox at number 21, which was very good to see Alicia Fox still in shape, as well as crazy as Fox as she always is. Nikki ASH at number 22, followed by number 23, Summer Rae, at number 24, Nikki Bella. Then, surprisingly, though, as Liv Morgan was almost getting eliminated, and this was a surprise to me and a very good pop from me as well. Number 25, Sarah Logan made her return. That was quite a very good, very big pop, to be honest. And out came Lita. We knew she was going to come out at number 26. Then Mighty Molly Holly came out and got attacked as Nikki ASH went underneath the ropes and attacked Mighty Molly before she could even enter the ring, and got, Nikki ASH said there was only room for one superhero and got rid of Mighty Molly just like that. Then in comes the very big surprise, number 28, Ronda Rousey is back! Oh my God, I thought maybe she would be eliminated by Charlotte Flair at the end or something on those lines. But that was not to be, and I'll get to that in a minute. And number 29, Shotzi made her appearance. And finally, number 30 was Shayna Baszler. And I think the final four were Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, Bianca Belair, and the eventual winner of the matchup, Ronda Rousey, which surprised me as well. I was very shocked that a returning superstar won the actual Royal Rumble, and it wasn't just a surprising superstar that we knew was going to happen, but it was a surprise entry that we didn't know. For the first time ever, a surprise entry that we didn't know it was going to appear has actually won a Royal Rumble match, because Batista won it back in the day, but we knew he was going to win it. So that's the first time a surprise entry has won a Royal Rumble matchup, to my knowledge, at least. So yeah, she eliminated Charlotte Flair last to headline WrestleMania. Now the question is the fact that she got a big pop, which is very surprising, considering that I think the fans are hypocrites, because they turned on her at SummerSlam and then she was against Charlotte Flair, and now she's back, she gets a pop. But because it's a surprise Royal Rumble entry, will they go back to booing her later on? Well, we'll see. Will this be a build-up between her and Charlotte Flair at the WrestleMania? I sure hope so, because otherwise that means it's going to be Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey, and I don't know if I really want to see that. Let me know if you do. So then we got, of course, speaking of Becky Lynch, we had Becky Lynch versus Doudrop, and it was actually a fair fight. There wasn't no shenanigans whatsoever. And the end of the match was actually Becky Lynch doing that chop block to the back of the leg of Doudrop while she was on the second rope, ready to go for the bonsai drop, I believe. And she then got onto the middle rope and did a manhandle slam onto Doudrop off the middle rope, and getting her clean in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. And that was surprising. I liked that ending. Then we had, of course, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Very 2-minute matchup, like I thought it was going to be. 3-minute matchup, and it was good. I saw the German suplexes from Bobby Lashley to Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar doing the same thing, and he had him pinned down at one point, and then there was a referee bump with the F5 attempt, knocking out the referee, and of course something happened, and guess what? It was Roman Reigns that interfered. I thought it would be like Shelton Benjamin or Cedric Alexander coming out to help Bobby Lashley win, but no, it was Roman Reigns spearing the hell out of Brock Lesnar. He then went to Paul Heyman and went like this and said, "Hey, give me the belt." And what a fucking two-faced walrus double-crossing son of a bitch, dude, he gave the WWE Championship to Roman Reigns, who then whacked Brock Lesnar over the head with the WWE Championship, and then knocking him out for the 3 count, as when there was a brand new referee that came running into the ring as Bobby Lashley went for the pin, and 1, 2, 3, we got a new WWE champion in the almighty Bobby Lashley. He will have to probably 100% thank that guy for doing that. Now the question is, when it comes to the men's Royal Rumble winner, and I will get to that in a second, who will that man face? Will they go after the person that he lost the championship to in the first place, which by now we all know who won. I'll get to that in a minute. But we had, then after that, Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Miz and Mrs. Miz and Maurice. Very good matchup. I enjoyed every single second of it. Including the end where there was a double spear, one to Beth Phoenix, one to the Miz, and then afterwards Beth Phoenix and Edge hit a spear onto the Miz and a double gram slam right onto the both of them. As that took out Maurice obviously, and the Miz got pinned by Edge. 1, 2, 3, and the match was over. Very good match. I liked it. I'd say 2 thumbs up from me. I can't remember, but 2 thumbs up because I got my phone in the hand. But then we had the men's Royal Rumble, and by God, it was stacked with some great superstars that I thought was, pretty worthy. And I'll get to a certain superstar that was not worthy and shouldn't have been there in the first place. So we had at number 1, AJ Styles, the man I picked to win the Royal Rumble. my god, that was great. He lasted quite some time. Number 2, Shinsuke Nakamura. Those two went at it for quite some time. In comes at number 3, Austin Theory. Very good to see that. We had a little showdown between Robert Roode and AJ Styles, and Robert Roode came in after that, but then ends up getting eliminated after a couple of minutes in there. Then here comes Richard Holland wearing his protective face mask, which apparently happened on SmackDown. I didn't see SmackDown because I was so pumped about the Royal Rumble. Then Montez Ford comes in at number 6, followed up at number 7 by Damian Priest. Then, of course, Sami Zayn, as I predicted, came in early, as I predicted, at number 8. And, of course, I knew he was going to follow up with Johnny Knoxville, who was all dressed up in a nice white and red wrestling attire. Good for them. I liked it. I loved that celebrity cameo where he got his hands handed to him when he was bragging on over social media that he was going to throw somebody else so far over the top rope that they would land in the 3rd row. That didn't happen, and he got eliminated. That was funny. It was good to see that happen to Johnny Knoxville. It was fun, stupid, wacky, because that's what the Royal Rumble is all about. Having an comedy spot in there, because, you know, there has to be. Then, of course, we went on to Angelo Dawkins. That was, you know, he was in there with his Montez Ford. They were kicking all kinds of mouths. But then, at number 11, it was Omos. Surprisingly, not number 1, but number 11. And he cautiously eliminated quite a few people before everyone came in, after including Chad Gable, Dominic Mysterio came, Ricochet, Chad Gable, and Dominic on 12, 13, and 14 in that order came in, and they helped. I think Dominic was the last one to come in and slide in and help try and eliminate Omos, and AJ Styles ran against the ropes and knocked him over, and he was like, "Big man, start going to the back, big man, go to the back." And this is where everything started to become really good, and all the big boys came into the play. 15, Happy Corbin. 16, Dolph Ziggler. 17, Sheamus. 18, Rick Boog. 19, Madcap Moss. Number 20 was Riddle. That was a very good combination of getting all those good guys out there. Rick Boogs looked fantastic, and I think he eliminated Dolph. I think he went to eliminate Dolph Ziggler, but he did eliminate someone. I think it was Chad Gable he eliminated. I remember doing like a military press. We missed it, but it was a good elimination nonetheless. Then at 21, out comes Drew McIntyre. Beats the living shit out of Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin and eliminates them both. Goes after them and beats the shit out of him on the outside, but slides underneath the ring. Uses the steel steps, should I say, and beats the shit out of them. As Kevin Owens comes in at number 22. And well, they start brawling outside, and Kevin Owens gets thrown into the ring. I was expecting Kevin Owens to eliminate Drew McIntyre to set up something between those two, but no, they fall off in the Royal Rumble as Rey Mysterio at number 23 came in, and my God, it was quite a very interesting showing from Rey Mysterio. At number 24, Kofi Kingston. Now the thing about Kofi Kingston, there's one or two things that actually happened here. It was either a botch or it was done on deliberate, where ever since the Brock Lesnar in the 2020 Royal Rumble, was it 2020? I think it was during 2020 where Drew McIntyre won that 2020 Royal Rumble, I think. Where Brock Lesnar was eliminating left, right, and center until, you know, McIntyre hit the claymore to eliminate him. If you remember correctly, Kofi Kingston was one of those men that got eliminated by Brock Lesnar with success, and since then he's been eliminated properly without being able to save himself, because as soon as he came in, he went after Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens pushed him off the top of the rope, and he landed on the barricade. But here's the thing, I'm thinking he was supposed to save himself, but he slipped and both feet touched the floor. And the referee decision after showing the replay that, yep, he was eliminated because both feet touched the floor. So let me know, did you think it was a botch, or did you think it was deliberately done to make it look like he couldn't count it, that he slipped and, and caught himself off guard? And I'm wearing a Rock t-shirt because I thought, something big was going to happen, but I was wrong. After Kofi Kingston at number 25, there comes Otis of the Alpha Academy, and that's just after Chad Gable had already been eliminated. Then at number 26, here comes Big E, and I'm thinking, we got all of the guys we got Randy Orton still to come. I think Big E's the last guy. A few more surprises to be thrown in there. Is the Forbidden Door going to be wide open? Let's find out. And then I was like, who's that number 27? Fucking Bad Bunny! No, I didn't want him in there whatsoever. I would much rather see Santino Morello arrive, or R-Truth, or someone from the 24, Reggie. They could have thrown him in there, but no, it had to be Bad Bunny. What a waste of a fucking spot that was. But thankfully, at number 28, Shane McMahon arrived, but I think they didn't cheer Bad Bunny. Nobody wanted to see him. Yeah, he did that sunset flip, which was pretty amazing, but they could have brought back freaking John Morrison, for God's sakes. They could have opened the door a little bit for the Forbidden Door. Hell, if you got Mickey James from Impact, you could have had someone from Impact to show up. But you chose to have Bad Bunny. For what purpose? To get eliminated by Brock fucking Lesnar. And I will get to him in a minute, because at number 29, St. Louis's own Randy Orton appeared. And he was in there for a while, and until Brock fucking Lesnar, who got, his ass taken to him by Roman Reigns and losing the WWE Championship earlier on the night, just 2 matches beforehand, comes out at number 30. It would have made much more sense if some poor schmuck like R-Truth, Reggie, someone that, we know he's not going to win the Royal Rumble, come out and attack that person and, take his place. That would have been a much better story than to just go, oh no, look, Brock Lesnar's number 30. I don't understand why they do these things. I don't mind it happening. It's a cliche, we know. It's a cliche that, the person that didn't win gets to be in the men's Royal Rumble. But in the past, they've actually done their losers in the Royal. They've actually said, hey, the loser of this match is in the Royal Rumble. So we knew that it was going to happen. This was a stupid, another wasted spot, and it could have gone to the winner. Could have gone to someone like Big E. That one surprised me when he got eliminated. That one 100% surprised the hell out of me. I think it was both Riddle and Randy Orton that eliminated Big E. Huh? I was shocked. They could have gone with AJ Styles. They could have gone with Big E. They could have brought John Moxley in, Cody Rhodes in. I mean, maybe they don't want to be associated with AEW. That's fine. But at least brought someone from Impact to come in. Fucking Moose. They could have had him, they could have had anyone from that Impact. But no, that didn't happen. It was only one person, and that was Mickey James. And they spoiled that too. But I'm not going to complain about it. I am just looking forward towards watching Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar face each other for the Universal Championship, and the story of the fact that Paul Heyman is now with Roman Reigns again, but I am presuming it was planned to be all along, just to get inside the head so that he can get that championship and, pull some strings to get him in there in the first place. I have a feeling that it was also set up, and that's where I think this is going to go. What's going to happen on SmackDown with Roman Reigns and his Universal Championship victory? Will Seth Rollins get involved? Will there be Elimination Chamber at Saudi Arabia for the WWE Championship or the Universal Championship? Who knows? I'm not that excited with Brock Lesnar winning, but hey ho, some people might be. I was a bit meh, and I kind of knew it as soon as I heard his music. I even wrote down on my phone that Brock Lesnar's a winner here. But let me know what you thought of for the Royal Rumble 2022. Did the right man win? Did the right woman win? Do you think it could have gone a little bit different? Let me know. I personally think I'm going to give the Royal Rumble 2022, the actual pay-per-view itself, most likely I'm going to give it probably 6.5 stars. 1 thumbs up though, no 2 thumbs up for me. And until next time, I'm Dan on VD Tree 2000, also known as Dan 2015 on Xbox Live. Until then, for the next predictions, which is Elimination Chamber predictions and a review for that as well, goodbye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the video on the right. Also, feel free to click subscribe by clicking on the Master Chief icon on the top.